Hello, this is L4DDarkVampRaven here, and we've got Michelle playing Minecraft in the background, which I'm probably going to have to turn down the volume for this. Wait, hang on. What's up? Don't need the sound, do you? No, of course you don't. Right, this is going to be a thoughts video, because we just had last night WWE Over the Limit 2012, and we had Laurinaitis versus Cena, and well, you should know it anyway, and no one could come in, and if he lost he'd get terminated. Well, to start this off, for one, I'm actually going to put here, send you here to who won. Laurinaitis. So click here that Laurinaitis beat Cena. So right, once you've watched that, come back to the video. Right, that's only a couple seconds. So Laurinaitis beat Cena, and overall, I'll be honest, I thought it was about an 8.59 pay-per-view. A lot of people said it's predictable. It was like, the ending was really boring. It was predictable. It was shit. You know, it was all the blah 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 blah, all the different words. You know, doesn't really matter. So this is my honest opinion on what I thought of this one match. This will be about Cena and Laurinaitis. What I thought about everything about it. I'm probably going to get a load of comments or whatever, crap and hate mail for this, because like, I knew Laurinaitis was going to win. I just had a feeling that Laurinaitis was going to win, and it was kind of, in a way, it was obvious, because I think WWE have, Laurinaitis is a strong heel in WWE at the moment, and WWE need strong heels. Who's strong face at the moment? We've got CM Punk, we got, well, I suppose Daniel Bryan. He's kind of a face slash, everyone's just addicted to the yeses, but we got, who else is strong face at the moment? Well, I suppose we did have Big Show. You know, we got Randy Orton, we got Sheamus. They're the strong faces, top three, you know, of SmackDown and Raw. And then you got your strong heels. You got, I suppose, you got your Daniel Bryans, and you got your Chris Jericho's, who's now apparently fucked off, you know, and not coming back. And you got Laurinaitis, and I think honestly he's been doing an average job at playing the heel, the bad guy, the villain, the cunt. You know, to say the least. He's been doing a pretty good job of it, and you know, as soon as he said your opponent over the limit is me, I thought he's gonna win this. It's just too obvious. At first I thought he was gonna add Lord Tensai to the match and add the referee like he said he was gonna do, but then last week on Raw, you know, it was established that he couldn't do anything. So I thought, honestly, and it did happen, and I'm not just saying this just because it did. I knew that Big Show was going to come back, and I knew that he was going to build John Laurinaitis' side. Why? Because it was too obvious. The match was what it was. It was going to be John Cena, the wrestler, versus a GM. Do you honestly think that John Cena was going to go in there and do what all you Cena fans, all you C Nation wanted him to do, and just kick his ass and win? That was never going to happen. Everyone complaining that it's predictable. Well, I don't know about you, but doesn't that sound predictable? That John Cena was there was no way he was going to go in and kick his ass. Now, if you compare it to something like Stone Cold vs Eric Bischoff, now that was actually kind of bang on. He went in there and kicked the shit out of him, you know. But there was just no way that John Laurinaitis was going to get terminated, because WWE know they want some strong angle with Laurinaitis at the moment, and I don't think they finished just yet. I just don't think they have. And in my opinion, this is keeping Cena out of the title picture. And because I'm sick of Cena being handed the WWE title like, over and over again. You know, but less about that. I knew Big Show was going to come back, and I knew that John Laurinaitis had a plan to work with Big Show, that if he was to fire him, he knew the board of directors would go against him in the match, so he would just play the coward trying to get out. So he couldn't have anyone. So if he fired someone, a 7 foot 500-pound giant, he could come in because he's already fired. It doesn't matter. So that was his plan, and this is doing Big Show's heel turn. Keep going around, like, keep walking around, you should find it. And okay, Big Show going heel is not going to do anything really for him, because I mean, Big Show is not the most fantastic wrestler in WWE, you know, but I think him going heel is quite good, to be honest. And I think, you know, I always thought that John Laurinaitis should have bodyguards like Tenzai, Lesnar, and Big Show. You know, I thought, you know, really make him a cunt, you know, really make him a prick. You know, have these bodyguards like picking people off and show that he really is you know, that he's more just the interim, more general manager of Raw and SmackDown, you know. So, but I knew Big Show was going to come back, and I'm actually happy with it. And I don't see why people are looking at this ending and saying it was predictable and boring. Well, what did you honestly think was going to happen? You honestly thought that Cena was just going to go out there, and it was like it was. He mucked around with him. Laurinaitis came back, he cowered away, and Big Show came in. What, you just wanted Cena just to go in there? And would you prefer that Cena went in there and gave the AA straight away and it had been over in 2 seconds? I mean, that shouldn't have been the main event, really. I think Punk and Bryan was the best match of the night, and that should have been the main event, realistically. But it's because of Big Show's return made it even... The fact that it was the main event made it, like, more sugarcane. Made it even more obvious that it was going to be the main event because of the Big Show's return. I'm happy that Big Show was, you know, turned heel. I'm happy that John Laurinaitis is still in the WWE. I'm happy the storyline is continuing on because it's actually interesting. WWE need stronger heels. They've got faces, stronger faces. Laurinaitis is playing the strong heel. Daniel Bryan's trying to play the strong heel, but it's not really working very well. Chris Jericho's apparently not coming back, so who else have they got, you know? Now, John Cena, I'm assuming John Cena and Big Show are going to be feuding. Not the best feud ever, I know, but still. I'm assuming that this will go to No Way Out, and Laurinaitis will say, Cena's got no way out and over the limit when you face the Big Show. It will probably be a cage match. Cena versus Big Show, No Way Out in a cage match. It'll probably be out because he's going to want to get back at him for it. Cena's going to want revenge of the Big Show for costing in the match over the limit. I don't know what's going to happen tonight. I'm assuming that Raw is on in literally 2 hours' time. I don't know why I looked at my watch, I don't have a watch. I'm assuming Big Show will probably come out and explain why he did it. Now, I want to know why. Why, obviously, him turning heel, but why? What would Big Show siding with Laurinaitis benefit? Benefit, obviously, a title match? Benefit a new extended on a contract? What would it benefit, you know? When, you know, I mean, he could have gone there, Big Show could have came out and hit Laurinaitis and then could have been rehired by Triple H, but then what? Then that stops the whole Laurinaitis era. Then what? Then Teddy Long gets his job back and we go back to seeing tag team matches as main events on SmackDown? How would Laurinaitis be fired and proving to be better for Raw and WWE? Jericho's now gone to tour with Fozzy, so he's out of it, you know. Bryan and Punk are now going out for the WWE title, but what else is running also strong on Raw other than Cena and Laurinaitis, you know? SmackDown's got Orton and Sheamus, you know. To be fair, Raw kind of needs this, and this is where I'm going to get the hate mail from, when me saying that Raw needs John Laurinaitis. We've had him for quite a while, yes, but I do think it should go on. Maybe just a little bit longer, maybe just to SummerSlam, you know, then maybe cut it down. I don't think it should keep going forever because I'm not the biggest John Cena fan. But I just don't think that everyone should be giving hate to this main event and calling it predictable and shit. You can't watch WWE nowadays and just look and just poke holes in it. Why poke holes in something that's most obvious? John Cena versus John Laurinaitis. Why would you look at that and poke a load of holes? It's just like looking at Stone Cold versus Eric Bischoff, Teddy Long versus Batista. You know, it's obvious that WWE are not finished with John Laurinaitis. They obviously want to keep it going. They're now going to obviously feud the Big Show with John Cena, and that's probably going to go on for a few months. I don't know, but this was just a video to me explaining that I don't think Over the Limit was crap. I don't think it was rubbish. I don't think it was predictable. And I don't think that Big Show coming out and turning heel was exactly what I said. And I said this to Michelle before the event and on Facebook as well, that I said I knew Big Show. And it wasn't just me. A lot of other people had this theory as well. Ask anyone of my friends, and I said this, and I'm sure when they came up with me, Dapper said it, and Alex, they all said it, that they knew Big Show was going to come out, because what was the point of firing the Big Show? The Big Show is a technically main event / upper mid card anyway, so him going from WWE, at first I thought maybe he's taking a break, but when John Cena read out the rules of no one can get involved, I thought, right, well obviously he's going to come back and he's going to get involved, and now it's Laurinaitis and Big Show. So now we're going to find out on Raw tonight why Big Show did it, and I was going to make the video after this, well, after we heard why Big Show did it, but I thought I'm going to make it soon because I'm just annoyed. I'm reading through all the comments on how would you rate Over the Limit, and people giving it 2s and 4s and that. I honestly don't think it was that bad, you know. I mean, it wasn't the best pay-per-view ever, but to be fair, the track record of Over the Limit pay-per-views, for one, it's new, for two, the last few Over the Limit pay-per-views haven't been fantastic. I mean, No Way Out, the returning pay-per-view, is going to be fantastic. You know, they're not going to put amazing talent, amazingness into a pay-per-view and then everyone's going to return. I mean, look at Vengeance. Look how good Vengeance was. There goes Gabe. Yeah, it might be me. You know, look how good Vengeance was. In my opinion, Vengeance was awesome. That was a returning pay-per-view. I think No Way Out will probably be pretty damn good. And maybe, I can see me just see it's going to be Cena and Big Show in a cage match, or some form of No Way Out sort of matches. Or maybe a barbed wire steel cage match. Would they bring that back? I probably don't know. But I think that, like I said, John Laurinaitis is a strong heel. And it was no dirt to me that he was going to beat John Cena. I'm not a big John Cena fan, but I don't care. If Cena had turned around to beat Laurinaitis yesterday at Over the Limit, I would have been like, I know. Yeah, I would have been like, oh right, that's Iron Ore right there. No, I would have been like, well, okay, so Stone pickaxe. It would have been like, okay, so Cena won, Laurinaitis is terminated. So now what happens? What happens now? So Cena just goes and faces for the WWE title. You know what happens? Cena goes to Punk. Brock Lesnar comes back. I mean, he's going to have to get the title of Punk soon anyway, so is The Rock. So, just like, I think Cena going with this Big Show feud is going to be good. I mean, obviously they wanted Big Show to go heel, and like, when Big Show feuded with John Cena, they didn't have the best matches. They're not the best wrestlers. They're not the best feud. They're not the best. I mean, this Punk and Daniel Bryan feud, or the Punk and Jericho feud was fantastic, you know. I'm not saying it's not going to be the best feud ever, but I'm saying people should stop poking holes in it. People should stop judging it and saying, oh, that was too predictable, Big Show was going to come out, oh, I found that boring. Well, give it a try. At least wait until see what Big Show's got to say on Raw tonight. At least wait until see where WWE are going to go down the road of. You know, you all of you, or most people watching this video will know, say, I ask you a simple question, do you like John Laurinaitis? Your question. Your answer? No. You know? Because, I mean, why have you got to? He's a GM with an annoying voice, you know, like that, and all he does is like, he does stupid things, but he does things in a heelish way. Firing Big Show, I thought more mainly was to put over his prickness, to make him seem more arrogant, you know, not Damien Sandow arrogant, but more like, you know, I'm a bastard, I can do what I want. As Vince McMahon did exactly the same thing when he was a chairman. I mean, he wasn't the same position, but he did exactly the same thing, and that's what he's doing as well, you know. Even Paul Heyman did a little bit when he hated on Chris Benoit, you know. So speaking of Chris Benoit, it was, well, gone midnight. He was his birthday today, but that's another thing. So anyway, that's my opinion on Cena and Laurinaitis. It was funny. Now about the match, it was actually quite funny. The garbage, him posing as Booker T on the commentating table, and the trash can and the fire extinguisher. That was all funny. It was a comedy match. That's what it was going to be. That's why I thought Punk and Thingy should have been more the main event, because it was going to be a comedy match. That's all it was. And I don't see why people are getting pissed off and angry. You know, like, oh, Laurinaitis should be fired. Okay, Laurinaitis is fired. Now tell me what's going to entertain you now? Laurinaitis would be gone from WWE. What's going to entertain you now? Especially all you Cena fans. What's going to entertain you now? Where do you want to see Cena go next? Towards the WWE title? Well, no, I don't think he should, because I think Daniel Bryan's better off facing Punk. You know, so I liked Over the Limit, and even though that match was quite funny, but it wasn't quite as more embarrassing as Miz doing the Thriller and the Thriller dance. That was just like, what the fuck. But I just don't think people should poke holes in it, or at least maybe some of the younger generation. And that's not me being judgmental and that, you know, that's, you know, I just, or any generation really, just poke holes in it. You know, I'm not poking holes in it. I'm not a John Cena fan. I'm not. I mean, look, is that John Cena behind me? No, you know, but I'm not a Cena fan or a big Laurinaitis fan. But I appreciate and respect the storylines that WWE come up with. You know, I honestly do. I haven't liked all storylines ever, but that's just the way I am. You like a storyline or you don't. But, you know, so it's the way how you feel towards it. But I don't think WWE are doing a bad job with Laurinaitis and Cena. Not doing a fantastic job. I don't think they're doing a bad job. So what I'm saying is just stop saying it's predictable and that, because yeah, it's predictable. Well, WWE's been like that since like 2004. If you don't like it being predictable, go watch TNA. And if you're already watching TNA, then watch more of TNA, because if you just like predictable wrestling, then just stop watching it. It's quite simple, you know. So, but I have a feeling we'll see what Big Show's going to see on Raw. See what he's going to say on Raw. Is it going to be a good excuse? I don't know. But WWE have fucked up storylines in the past. Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to bum WWE because they don't. They've killed a lot of things. The tag team division, the Divas title, near enough to the Continental, the United States title. They've killed a lot of things, you know. So, but we needed a strong heel, and I think Laurinaitis is that strong heel. I mean, remember when the Miz was a strong heel, so well, if you want to leave your comments on what you thought about the Laurinaitis match, Laurinaitis and John Cena match, you probably won't agree with me. You'll probably completely different, and I'll probably just got a comment saying that I wish Cena had kicked Laurinaitis' ass. Well, to be quite frank, so did I, and he did kick his ass, but you know, he just came back. So, but Big Show's obviously was working with him, and tonight we're going to find out why. So I'll see you then.